to meet you, man. Well, how's just overall? How's the transition been coming to Oklahoma the last few months?
It's been fun. The OU community is really nice and welcoming. I got to see my first, college football game.
Yeah.
I'm a guy that's international student coming from a school that didn't have football, so it's been amazing to kind of see what that community's like. OU versus Texas rivalry, stuff like that has been interesting to see, and hopefully that carries over to us this year. So,
what was your experience at football? Just that whole process for you. Said you hadn't experienced something like that before. What was that like?
Yeah, it's a big culture shock, I'd say. I don't know. You guys have experienced football your whole life, so for me to kind of just never witness a football game, to kind of be in that atmosphere, to see how crazy it is, how much the fans love it, how much the community supports it, it's phenomenal.
What was it about Porter, OU, that drew you to want to come here?
I would say the community. I think Porter himself is a very loving and genuine, caring coach. And he's somebody that will push you and push you to be a better person, not just a basketball player, but a person in life. So just making that connection, him, meeting my mom, getting my mom here on campus on that visit, them connecting also helped be a big part of it. We just felt welcome, felt that family atmosphere, and then also just getting to meet certain guys that were already here, like J. Cole. He was here on my visit, so I got to meet him for a little bit. And as soon as I connected with those guys, I knew this was a home. So.
What was the portal process like for you? Just how hectic? Was it chaotic? Was it pretty easy? Was it easier than you thought? Stressful? More stressful than you thought?
The portal was never the easiest thing. You have a lot of people reaching out to you. But I felt like early on, I tried to just narrow down my list, try to make sure, who I knew I wanted to talk to. As soon as I figured that out, it was fairly simple. Just weed out. You try to be as completely honest with people as possible.
When did Porter kind of get involved with you? Maybe when did he reach out to you? How early in that process did that kind of happen?
Probably maybe like a couple days after I got the portal. Coach Gates was probably the first person that I talked to. After that, I talked to Coach Porter, but he got involved pretty early.
Other than attending a football game with 82,000 fans, what have been some of the primary differences between being in Norman, preparing to play in the SEC, and being a part of this program?
I would just say, the prep, like you said, what's different is the preparation. Learning a new coach, learning a new system. What Coach Porter brings to the table is his intensity, his attention to detail, and just also what we're doing on a daily basis in the weight room, nutrition-wise. It's all a very different type of approach, to make sure our bodies are right, but also our mind are right to going into the games and into the conference.
Is it different? Is it more intense? Is it more focused than what you've experienced?
For sure, it's definitely a lot more intense. We battle every day, I'd say, in practice. Being able to go good on good is a blessing, honestly, not having injuries and that sort of thing. So, it'd probably be the biggest thing, the most challenging thing is, trying to find ways to make each other better and improve every day. So,
You're a guy that's played a lot of college ball, obviously, but when you look at someone like Jeremiah coming in first year of college, what has stood out to you about him and the way he's transitioned and just the way he's played during the offseason?
I would say, him. He's just a great basketball player. He's somebody that has unwavering confidence. I hope he continues to keep that throughout the year. Throughout the highs and lows, the peaks and valleys of being a college athlete. But, with him, I'd say his vision, his handle, and his athleticism. But he's also somebody that can really space the floor too. He brings a lot to the table, and I hope that he gets to show that this year.
The other guards that came in with yourself, you guys are all veterans, play a lot of basketball at Duke, and Jadon, Bryson. Just how much does that help you and the other guys you all have a lot of experience to lean on and kind of help each other adjust and all that?
Man, it brings so much because you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
And then you have guys that have been in other programs that might have learned things differently that, while we're trying to learn this offense or this, certain defense that we're playing here, that might be able to teach you something in a different way that helps you, turn that light bulb on, right? So, there's so many things that everybody brings to the table, but also, guys that just understand how to play basketball help you to just make your life easier, right? Basketball is at its best when you're just playing simple and keeping things simple. So I think that's what this older group does, is, kind of helps each other play simple.